learn to respond to life sober minded. What do I mean by this? I mean work through life without relying on drugs and alcohol. I've noticed in our generation, millennials and some Gen Zs, that we are so quick to give up on relationship dynamics. Everyone seems to be so disposable to us. If something makes us uncomfortable, we ghost people or we just cut people out of our lives when it comes to family, friendships, it can be intimate relationships. Just we're not valuing relationships anymore. And I am guilty of this myself. I used to think that I was really introverted, which I am in my core because I enjoy my own company, but I can be extroverted and outgoing if I wanted to. But I don't really like getting close to people because relationships to me just seems very like too much effort, like in too much intimacy. Obviously there's a lot of compromise. You see, it sounds very selfish, and I feel like our generation is very selfish. It's just about how we feel, us. And in this season of my life, the Holy Spirit is really trying to shift my perspective and challenge me to have better relationship skills because I used to be afraid to have relationships with people because I just don't want to get that deep. And but at the same time, I don't like surface level relationships. But no relationship is gonna grow and have longevity if you're not willing to have difficult conversations, if you're not willing to work through some setbacks. It could be changes in like your friendships, like they could move, they could have different jobs, you could have a different job. Life can just happen to you guys, but it doesn't mean that you can't still have a relationship with one another and kind of move through those stages. Or if something is bothering you, telling that person, you guys having those conversation back and forth like maturely versus being petty. There's just like a different level of relationship skills that I feel like is lacking in our society right now, especially in millennials, I would say younger ones, and Gen Zs, because so many of us want relationship. People want to get married, they want to settle down. Some people want to have sisterhood. Everyone is craving relationships, but we're not willing to do the self reflection of working on ourselves, like, noticing our own toxic patterns and also giving other people the grace to have their own toxic patterns and kind of be there for each other and kind of moving through those conflicts and have rates conflict resolutions where we need to have more conflict, better way of having conflicts and dealing with conflict resolutions. But I feel like nowadays we're relying on smoking weed, drinking, binge eating, or just doing anything else, overworking, anything else to kind of like numb those emotions and working through those little challenges that life brings upon, and then just throw in the towel and call it quits, and then just moving on to the next and then having the same issue or still feeling empty on the inside. And so God's been really reminding me to face life sober. And I'm not saying not to drink or to have fun. Obviously, we're all adults. You're over 25. You have choices to drink or not to drink. But I'm saying when you want to drink, don't drink because you're sad. Don't drink because you're depressed. Don't drink because something is going on internally, because you lost a job, something that's happening that you're trying to, instead of processing it, being upset, being mad, and just trying to figure out what your next move is, instead of actually doing those work, don't just drink to make yourself feel better temporary. That's what the Holy Spirit is telling me. Don't do that, right? Stay laser focused and be present. Feel all of the pain that's happening right now. If life is challenging, it's really hard. You feel like you're just going up a mountain, climbing and climbing, and you're not getting to the top, and you keep getting rocks thrown at you on your way there, and you're just like, oh my God, you want to give up? God is saying that no, don't give up, right? Face it. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Feel it. Let it develop you. See the kind of person you're going to become in this process. Sober minded, right? and feel it, and then celebrate later.